Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. In this video I am going to show you how I'm going to decorate the canvas planner um, for Christmas, or at least that's my intention. I took the canvas one because I want to make it red so I can use it for my December day by day journaling, as we don't have a red one in our collection at the moment. So it doesn't matter which color you like, you can decorate it any way, any color you like. So to start with is, I have the canvas planner and two empty boxes, which I'm using as a stand. If you don't have two empty boxes, you can also use two old books or two stones or something else to make it flat. But the first thing I'm going to do is take out this rubber band. I'm going to use my tweezers, and you see there's a little iron thingy over here which you need to slide through the hole to make sure it comes out here. So if you have really tiny fingers, you might be able to do it with your fingers, but I prefer to use a tweezer. And you will always see it's not working the way I want it when I'm taping or recording this, but it should go in there. Yes, and now I've cut it. I can paint this one later on. So it's just easier when you take it off. And then you put down two boxes or two. You can also use two cereal boxes or two old books, whatever you want, just to make sure it lies flat. And that's because of the ring in here. It makes it easier for you to work. Now, I found this beautiful paper Archie paint in my stash. It's called Blood Orange. It's not really red, but I think I will be doing fine with this one. Oh, let me shake it up a little bit because I haven't used it for a while. Put some red paint on there and then just paint the whole thing in the color you like. So again, I am using red for this one because that's something I have in my mind for this month of December this year. And you don't need to prep the planner. It will stay on there, and it's just acrylic paint, so you can use probably any brand, any color you like. So now I will start continuing painting this, but I will pause my recording so you don't have to watch me doing everything. That takes maybe a little bit too long. So I'm going to pause the video now and I will get back to you later. So you see, I'm a little bit further on the canvas already. I'm just also painting over these studs over here, but I'm going to wipe it off with a baby wipe because I would like to see the silver color of those. I think you call them studs, right? Just put a little paint around it again, and then you're good. So I will keep continuing painting this. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking actually it might be already okay with one layer of paint. Not sure if it needs two layers, but I think that's the best way to determine if I need another layer when when it's dried, you know. So I will wait and see if it's when it's dry, if I think it needs another layer of paint. So I will keep going on and I will come back later. Okay, one side is done. I'm now quickly giving it a little bit of a dry with my heat tool so I can turn it around and start working on the other side. I think it's good this way. So the other side, you don't need to do this if you don't want to, because um, maybe you like the inside to be neutral colored, then you can just leave it this way, or maybe you say, okay, I'm going to give it a completely different color. That's all up to you. Now you don't have to go all the way in here, but I think I'm going for a red planner all over, so just keep putting this paint on. I need some more paint. I hope I've got enough on one of those bottles. I do have another one, a spare one, just in case it's not enough. And you just keep putting the paint on. Make sure you cover your worktop or your desktop because you might spill some paint here and there. And when I was looking at the front, at the cover on the outside, I already decided it needs two layers of paint because it didn't cover everything up completely. So I already know I'm going to do another layer. But first I'm going to start working on this inside. Oh, there's a little bit of paint. The paint is a little bit old. I've got it at home for quite some time already, so but I'm still doing fine. So just keep going on with this side or the inside, and yeah, let me finish this and I will be back with you soon. Okay, I'm almost done with the inside now. And I noticed that when my paint is drying on this little tray, um, I'm going to get some little thingies. I don't know how to call them in English. um, from the tray itself. So if I see those, I remove it with a piece of with my brush and clean it onto my baby wipe. So I'm sure you can't see it, but there's a little thingy here now. So it's just like you are painting your walls. You get those drier pieces in there, and which you don't want to be on your walls, obviously. So don't forget to do the edges all the way around. And I already did this one side, and I'm going to do the other side. Yeah, I think I can do that. So be careful that you don't touch the plastic cord in there, because you don't want that to be red. You can maybe put on some washi tape or masking tape to protect it if you want, but I think I'm good with doing it this way. Oh, and you can also put red paint on your fingers, of course. That's not so hard to do. So yeah, let me dry all this, or I will let it dry for a while, and then I will show you um, that it probably needs another layer of red paint. Okay. Okay, so the first layer of paint is dry, and as I thought before, it needs another layer. I'm not sure if you can see it. I think so. And when I watch on my screen, the planner actually looks more orange than it is for real. So it's really red on my end, but it does have some white shining through here and there. So what I'm going to do, I cleaned my tray. um, I am going to paint it one more time. By the way, if you are painting it, make sure your paint is not too thick, because you want to keep seeing some of the canvas structure. So don't use a very thick layer of paint, but make sure your paint is quite liquid, just like this one. I'm going to add a little bit of water, so it's even more thin. So it's probably going to cover up the little white pieces here and there, I hope. So let me see what's happening. Yes, that's what I want to see. A nice touch of red, and it covers up all the little holes, the white holes, which I missed in the first layer, and now covers up really beautiful with the second layer of paint, which I added some water to. And again, I noticed that my paint is probably already old in the bottle, because it's been here for a long time, and I have those little thingies in there, and I don't want that. So getting those out. Oh, let me get my boxes. That might be easier to do this again. Put the rings in the middle so it's nice and flat and easier to work with. So yeah, let me finish this again, and I will get back to you again. Okay, so here we go again. It's nice and dry. It's red, although you can't see it on camera. It looks more orange, but it really is red. So now I have to do something to make it more fun. You can do decoupage, you can do 3D embellishments, things like that, but I want to keep it a little bit more simple. I do like tone on tone, so what do you say? How do you call it? To do monochromatic. That's what I like. I first had been thinking about stamping, but because of the canvas structure, stamping might be a little bit too hard with thin stamps, you know, with um, smaller ornaments or things. You need to have bulky stamps. That might work, and then you can recolor it with a marker if it's not working. So I was thinking, let me get some of my stencils, which, by the way, are also in one of the decorated canvas journals. As you can see, I didn't do this one on the inside. It's my messy storage binder for the stencils. Um, I'm going to take one of those. I do like those big bulky numbers. I always like them. But what else? These are good. Yes, I do like all of them. This might be fun too. Just going to take a few out and see. Maybe this one. Not sure yet which I'm going to use. Oh, I do have one, which says Christmas sentiments. But, but, just pretend or think I don't want to use it for my Christmas planner anymore later on. Why would I do this? I do like it, but I only want to use certain parts, and then it might not be such a good idea to use it. No, not this one. Now, this one, I can do a little bit of this, maybe in the corners and just some elements. I do like this one. I think it's the same one as this, isn't it? Yes. Should I do the same? Why not? Why not one? By the way, here was something else on top of it with 3D. I think it were butterflies, but I took them off already because I don't like the 3D stuff. I always like to keep it more flat. Um, Another thing, which I was just thinking, I could have done this before painting the whole thing red, you know? I could have done this before, but then I first thought I'm going to do some stamping, but then I changed my mind into stencils. Now, the only thing, because I'm not doing a lot of mixed media anymore, so I have to go through all my stash, and the only thing I found is this easy structure paste, uh, and I think the jar is quite old, and maybe it's too thick already. I don't know. So I'm probably going to get myself into trouble with this, but I have no idea because it's been a long time since I bought that one, and even longer, oh no, a little bit less longer when I used it. So now this is not really Christmassy, but maybe in the end I will finish it up with a little bit of silver or gold. So let me decide. These might, if you think a little bit outside the box. This could be some Christmas ornamental things. I do like this, but it's not, and this might be too simple. So, okay, let's go and use this one. Now, how am I going to fix that? Because it's a long time since I did the other one. I think I will take my two boxes again and see if I can get some of that stuff on the outside of my journal. And it doesn't have to be perfect, I know, but oh, let me put it a little bit to this side so it stays on camera. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be this thick. I really can't remember. Let me get this off because that's going to be messy anyway. It's not coming off, yes. Trying to clean my hands. Okay, it's less thick on this side. Okay, guys. Now, if it's not working, it's not working. Just going to give it a try. Let me see. I think I will put it a little bit over the edge. This is not really sturdy to push really hard, so just see and oh, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, don't push too hard. Trying to get it back. Oh my guys, maybe I'm ruining my whole beautiful red planner already. Let me see. Okay. This really would have been smarter to do before painting it red, but okay. That's because I changed my mind. Let me see. This is going to be so messy, guys. And I'm not sure it's all up to the other side already. Let me clean this. I know it's not a good thing to do it this way, but just to be on the safe side, I know I should have done this earlier, but okay, let me see. And I'm not going to edit this video, right? So if there's going something wrong, you can witness it. But this is not a good thing to do. So next attempt, I am going to leave it on and see what's happening, because you don't need to clean this in between every layer of paste. Okay. But it's been a long time since I've been doing this, so please forgive me. Okay, I need something here. I'm not going to cover up the whole cover. I'm not going to cover up the whole cover. Just bits and pieces here and there. And it's not really sturdy, those boxes, but okay, let's see what happens. And the thing is, I have to go in with the red paint again to cover up this white. Okay, something over here. Trying to turn it around. Oh gosh. I think I will do some in the middle. And it's not really smooth. I think it's too old, but okay. I don't have anything else at home, so, and I didn't want to wait and order something online and then have to go back on this again in a couple of days. So I'm just trying to do uh, with the stuff I do already have. And if it's not working, so be it. Okay, let me get this off. And then maybe a little bit extra. Okay, I have to get in with the paint again, so something over here maybe. Okay, where do I leave this one? Normally I would put it uh, in water, some water, but I don't have that over here, so I'm just putting it in between some baby towels and hope it stays moist for a while. Now, let me see if I can save this. Oh my, what a mess. Okay, this one goes away. You've probably never seen someone messing something up like this before. Okay. Now I think I'm going to dry it with my heat tool. And let me close this one, just in case I need a little bit more. But I think I need to buy something new. Oh, this one is also the things I messed up in between. I don't mind that it's white, but I don't want to be there any bulky things. So just scraping it off. This one can go. Okay. Let me give it a quick dry, or a quick dry. It should be dry, right? And then I will get back to you again. Okay, it's dry now, or as good as it gets. And I need to go in there again with my paint. Um, yeah, I should have been thinking about that before, as I mentioned before too. But my first plan was to decorate it with stamps, but I changed my mind and to go into the modeling paste with a stencil. So I need to cover it up again. So more red paint. And I probably also have to do this twice because it never will cover up the white in one time, in one layer. Although it might look nice when it's a little bit lighter. Okay, cover up the white messy part here. Looks a little bit pinkish, pinkish right now. So let me continue doing this. And I will keep you with me this time because this doesn't take that long. And it's fun to do. It's fun to do this. Okay. It looks so different already. Do you see? Instead of the white, the white really looks ugly. Just in case, although if you want to do like, you know, a red and white toadstool mushroom, then it might be fun. White dots or white snowflakes. And again, if you want to decorate one of your canvas planners, you don't need to do red. You can pick any color you like. If you like green, make it green. That's all up to you, of course. But this goes pretty well. And I think I'm going to like what I see so far. Let me get a little bit more paint. And this is really fun doing. And I don't have to tell you a lot about doing this, so if I'm not talking that much, it's just because I don't need to explain anything to you. Okay, the last piece of white on this side. Covering it up. And please don't be afraid to change one of your covers, because you know, if you don't like the color you use, just put gesso on top of it and start all over again, or just paint over it with another color. Use some stencils and just keep going on until you see what you like. No, you like what you see. Okay, until you like what you see. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, there's a little bit of paint on one of those. I like it better when these things keep shining. Okay, my heat tool. Try to speed up the drying a little bit. Here we go. I will pause for a moment and I'll get back to you when I'm done with this. Okay, the first layer is dry, the first layer of paint, but as you can see, it's not red enough, not to my liking. So I am going over it with another layer of red. And then it needs another, um, yeah, you need to dry it again, of course, sorry. A little bit more paint. Oh, that's probably too much. Okay, I'm going to apply it a little bit thicker now because I wanted to cover up most of the white. or most of the white. I wanted to cover up the white and not being pink anymore. So here we go. And in the meantime, I'm thinking what my next step will be. Do I need to add more decorative items? Do I need to add some stamping anyway? Because maybe it's nice to put the year on top of it. I want to use it for December day by day 2024. So should I put something on there which says 2024 or the word December or... Oh, let me think, let me think. I'm thinking also about using some silver or gold paint or maybe a gold marker. Not sure about that yet. So I have to look into my stuff and see what I've got. Just a little bit on this side. Okay. So this needs to dry too. And let me check this piece. I haven't thought of that one. Oh, it's quite good. You see, it's also covered in red. It's a little bit cloudy. Not sure if this is the right word for it. So I can add a little bit more and let it dry for a while. So putting these aside, let them dry. I will dry the cover one more time and see what it looks like then. Okay, so now everything is dry, as you can see, and it's just still a bit basic. So um, I really had to dig through my stuff to find some silver and gold. So, oh, and black. What have I got? A Posca metallic in silver. This is a black one. And these two are golds. I did find this gold powder. Antique door, antique golds. Powder for mixing with some stuff and some kind of varnish. Varnish. Okay. No idea what I'm going to do with it. And I had this one. So I'm thinking I am going to do something with 24. I'm not going to do 2024 because that doesn't fit. And then I have to go on top of all the parts which are a little bit higher. And that's going to be hard. So maybe I'm just going to put 24 somewhere. And I want to use some black paint. So it's going to be red, a little bit of black, and then probably the gold. Okay, let's just do this. I have no idea if it's going to work, but give it a try. If you don't try, you don't know. Okay, black, here we go. Also acrylic paint. And now I'm not sure if I'm only going to do the edges. Oh, here it's... Oh, it's something on top of it. Am I going to use my fingers? Am I going to use a brush? Let's go for a brush. Medium one or the larger one. Now let's get the larger one. Ooh, still water coming out. Okay, help. Just gonna do this. Don't be afraid. And go in between those higher parts because I'm going to take a baby wipe. Oh, and then I'm rubbing on top of it. So the paint on the higher elements, the higher parts, you remove, but there is going to be left some in between those higher parts. So there will be some left on there. I'm not sure, I think you can see it, right? And that's something I do like. So I'm going to do the same here. In the meantime, checking if my camera is running, because I don't want to think about doing this and then it's not recording. But if I'm looking at it now, it looks good. Okay, go back in with the baby wipe again and remove um, the excess black paint. So there will be a little bit left here and there. And it's really nice. Okay, do the same in the middle. Which brush did I use? This one. And it looks scary, I know, but if you are removing it quickly with a baby wipe, then you will be fine. Don't wait too long, because then it will dry. Circular motions. Get another baby wipe. Now you see there's a little bit too much on the outside here and not on the inside. So I'm going to back in and putting a little bit more black in there. So I probably rubbed too hard removing it. Trying to do it a little bit lighter because I want, oh, it's not working. Maybe I have to wait a little bit longer. Okay, but there is some black here and there. Only I don't like it here. So let it dry for a while and I will come back in a minute. I think I was too quickly with removing the black paint. I almost ran out of baby wipes. Okay, let me try this again. Yes, that's better now. Not sure if you see it, but oh, trying to do it a little bit more gentle. Although here I need to press a little bit harder. And if I don't like it, I will go back in and put on another layer. I don't even know which is the front. This is the front. Okay, let's go in. More baby wipes. This is a little bit too harsh. And keep rubbing. Okay, now let's just get rid of this. I have to look to it from a distance, so it's going to be a little bit grungy, so that's good for me. And the red is getting less red. It has a little bit grayish tone now, grayish red, but still good with that. And you see how quickly it dries. And also when you finish it, you don't need to go over it with some kind of protective uh, layer because the acrylic paint will stay there quite good. Okay, but now I want to do something with the golds. But I am in doubt a little bit. Should I add some more black everywhere, or will it make it too gothic? I don't want it to be gothic. So, do I have some baby wipes? Yes. Only a few. So, the gold. Shall I give it a try? Oh, why not? I am going to mix this gold powder. I can do two things. Glossy accents, but then it dries all shiny, and I'm not sure if that's what I like. Or I'm just going to take some of the glue and mix that. I've never tried this before, so just see what's happening. I know this dries clear. Would that work? And then mix it with some of this stuff. Oh, it's some fun. And I have no idea how this is going to turn out and if I like it. That's the question, a good question. And I don't have the answer because I don't know. I just don't know. Well, shall I do this with my fingers? Maybe just a little bit first. Oh, yes. I am not sure, guys. Is this something I like? You have to go through the ugly, right? So I just keep going on. Oh, I must say that I feel the glue is drying really quickly. So that's it's maybe not such a good idea. So don't wait too long with rubbing it off if you think it's too much, because the glue will dry. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And if you spread it on the outside, then you will see a little bit of shine going on here. And this is combined with the black. It really looks nice. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see it. Now, this is drying very quickly, so I'm just keep going on this side. Oh, and there's something here too. It's probably better to use some, how do you call it? Mixed medium stuff, mixed media stuff. Like, I can't come up with a name. Um, I don't know the name. I can't remember. Like a matte medium or a gloss medium, something like that. But this is quite nice, I must say. It's cool, isn't it? Now, let me see if there's enough to do the center part. Oh, wait, this is no good. Where does this come from? Oh, from the stick. It's probably on the inside too? No, it's not. Oh, now it is. Oh, Esther. Okay, just on time to rub it off. Okay, let's see what I can do with this leftover. I must say, I'm not doing mixed media a lot anymore. Well, almost never, but it's really fun to do it again. Let me see if this has something left. No. I need to mix a little bit extra to do the last two pieces over here. Well, it still comes off. You don't have to do this too precise, It doesn't have to be everywhere. Oh, I'm out of view of the camera, sorry. And if you are spreading it a little bit more, then there's a little shimmer on top of your red background too, a little bit extra. So it's really nice. Okay, let me get some extra, just some glue. I can't change to anything else right now. Well, I can, but I don't. And this little thingy. And mix the stuff together. Probably will think I'm crazy mixing glue with that gold stuff, but for now it's doing what I want it to do. So I'm good with that. A little bit here over this side. And then remove it again with a baby wipe. I think I need one more. A little bit here. And I want something here because I still think there's a little too much black going on there. So trying to cover it up with some gold. Yeah, it does look pretty cool, I must say. Okay, let me close this up, guys, because the mess is getting bigger and bigger here. So what I'm going to do is dry this, clean it up a little bit, and then I will be back. So the cover is dry now, the gold is dry. I tried to clean up a little bit, and now I'm thinking of doing this in gold. I only need the letter of the numbers 24, so 2 and 4, but I don't have gold paint, which is really covering. So the only thing I can do is with a Posca marker, which hopefully is gold, or I can take some of those ink out and try to use this as a sponge. So a little bit, oh, not sure what's going to work. Let me try this first. Let me get some of this ink out, because if you keep pushing this, it should come out. Oh, but that's not enough. Let it run for a while. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm trying all kinds of stupid things maybe. So I need the 4 first, because I wanted to make sure the 4 is going to be somewhere here. I can go in with this immediately, but I'm not sure if that's working. So let me try this. And I can always, oh, this is good. I can always come back in again with the marker itself. Oh, that's quite good. I hope it's not running underneath the stencil, but if I have the main silhouette there, I'm fine. I can go in with the marker itself. Oh, it's really cool. It's really cool. Now I need number 2. So I need more ink. And it's not perfect, but on the other side, I do like it because the rest is a really bit smudgy too. So if this one is going to be perfect, it might be a little bit too much maybe. Now, let me dry it a little bit, just in case, because I need to put that one on top of it, that I don't want it to smudge. Okay, so number 2, where is it? I know they are not the same height, but let me see. I took this one onto the stitching, so the 2 should be somewhere. Let me check again. Stitching is there. Where is number 2? It should be here. It is a bit smaller, the 2, but that is fine. A little bit of ink, and then slightly dabbing on to number 2. You have to be careful that you're not going in for number 3 or something, because you don't want the ink to be there. So you can mask it. I maybe should have done that, but it's too late now. Oh, it is okay. Okay, so for now this is good, but I am not really happy with the complete result. So it's still missing something and I don't know what. So let me think, what else can I add? Oh, of course it does miss this little thingy. That's still not there. That makes a huge difference too. Um, it's a little bit messy. It needs something to connect all those, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, which actually, as I'm thinking now, should have been 5, but I'm not going back in again to make 5. So I could have done something here, but I'm good. So maybe only some splatters. Do you think that would be nice? Should I go for black or golds? Or black and golds? Shall we go all the way to gold? Yes, why not? Let me get my gold marker. And this is the other one. Now, what you can do with those markers, not sure if you know this. Let me grab my box. You can hit the other one and then the splashes will come off. Now, I need to make sure, I'm not covering my shirt with that. So I have to be a little bit careful. And you just go hitting one. I did it a lot with black and white, so hopefully it's working with the gold too. And I'm not sure if you see it, but little splats of gold do come out of from this brush. Let me see, a brush pencil. Do you see the little splatters over here? I actually do need more bigger ones, but okay, let's go for this first. And if nothing comes out, just push the nib or the and probably the ink will be everywhere, but so please be careful with your clothes if you are doing this. I'm not sure if I like it, but I can't go back anymore. So just go through the ugly, as they say. So now the other corner. And for example, if you don't want it to be here or there, just cover it up. But for me now, it's good that it's everywhere because it gives more a connection of all those pieces. And I think you will see it coming because I'm doing a lot. Now, and let's get this corner. Well, it is quite Christmassy, isn't it? Let me grab this because I want it to be a little bit more in this corner. And you never know where they fall down. So I must say it brings it back together. It brings it all together. Do I like it? I don't know. Let me um, dry it. And then I want to see it from a distance. And it's always hard if you are working on a project to see the end result because you are so close to it. So I want to dry it. Can also add some white dots, maybe a little bit of white. That might be nice. Or go all the way over the top, adding more gold. I have no idea. It looks I mean, on camera, it doesn't look as good as in person, you know? In person, it looks much better than when I put it here with the harsh light on top of it. And I still miss something, but I don't know what, guys. Just a pop of white, maybe? Some white dots? Hmm. Yeah, you can't talk back to me. You can't speak to me. So I'm just thinking out loud now. Okay, I'm putting it down, stand up, and see what it looks from a distance because, it's too much of a mess. It is too much of a mess. So let me think and see what I've got in my stash, and maybe I'm going to add something. I've got to turn on the camera, guys. So as you can see, I am now adding more gold to the numbers. So the numbers will be the focal point, or I'm not sure if you can call this a focal point, but when you see it, when you see this journal, you will see the numbers 24 first, and then you will see the rest. It was too much of, how do you say, um, yeah, the same thickness, the same, um, yeah. So it all looked the same. So now by adding more gold to number 24 or the year 24, it pops up much better. The only thing which I still don't like, but again, you don't see it in person as I'm looking at it now, because on camera you see quite a obvious border here from the black paint. And when you see it in person, it's less. So I'm not sure if I have to do something about that, to be honest. Maybe I'm just going to leave it the way it is, trying to dry the gold, gold marker a bit, so it doesn't smudge anymore. But you also could do, oh, that might be nice, as I now think. Add more numbers 24, a couple of them. That might be nice. Shall I do that? Because one is a little bit boring, you know. I can do 24 here and maybe one upside down there. Maybe only the cover. So let's say I'm going to do one here. It doesn't go all the way up there. Let me think of that for a few moments. Yes, I figured it out. I'm going to do 24 again here and maybe somewhere on the back. I know you don't see it 3 times on the front, but that is fine. So I need more of this ink. Okay. I think I'm going to do it sideways. So let me start with the 2 first, and then I'm going to put number 4 next to it. So, oh, should I mask it? Shall I take the risk that it's spilling somewhere? Okay, let's go and do this. Don't think about it too much. Just make sure you don't touch number 3. It's a little bit tricky, but hopefully I will be able to do it this way. Okay, here's my number 2. Now let me dry it for a few seconds. And get this off the back so it doesn't smudge on the cover out also. And then I'm going to do 24 next to it. Maybe a little bit ink, although I think it's enough, but you never know. And then this one should be somewhere. I want them to be next to each other, so move it, move it, move it. Where is it? It's a little bit hard to see, but I think I am good when it's something like this. And again, you can mask it. It's a little bit tricky again because I was on the side over there. So just let me get some old washi tape. Oh, then I have to move it again. Let me see where it should be a little bit on the same height. So this is just to cover up my spilling. this is going to be another number 4. And then I think I will do one on the back too, which you probably never see, but okay, let it dry. And I will go back in with the marker itself in a minute. Oh, I do see some gold paint on my shirt now, which wasn't there, supposed to be there, but okay. Yeah, there needs to be one on the back, but I don't know where. Somewhere here, I guess, and I will do it this way. Or at the top over here. You know, it doesn't really matter where you put it. 24. I'm going to do it sideways this way. So I will start with number 4 now. Get myself a little bit more ink. And is it straight? Yes, it is. Blending tool again. And just dabbing until it's pretty much covered. Number 4. And if it's not covered completely, I don't mind, because I know now that I'm going back in with a marker again. Sorry. So here's another number 4. And here is my number 2, which is going to be somewhere. Where does the 4 end? A little bit more to the left. And yes, let me cover it up just to make sure. Okay. The other side too. Okay. A little bit more secure doing it this way. So my number 2 again. Oops, almost went to the 5 and 6 down there. Just notice it in time. Okay, here we go. You know, it can be a little bit too over the top because of Christmas, right? I was thinking of doing a monochromatic one first, and now I ended up with something gold and shiny. And now I now see that number 2, the last one I did, it went under there, you see, with these two. Now you can change that with adding a little bit more red on top of it, but I think I will leave it just the way it is. I'm just going back in with some gold. Maybe I can, it's easier to take the smaller marker. This one has the big point, this one is a little bit smaller. So you can go in and make it a little bit more precise. So there's not too much to tell about this, only that I'm trying to add a little bit gold to the numbers themselves, so they pop up a little bit more. Okay, now for this one, and you see it's definitely needs a little bit extra gold where it goes over into the black parts. So it pops up a little bit extra. And to be honest, I'm not really a gold person, but okay, for Christmas, I think it's good. This is going to be my December day by day cover. And I might put in some red in between those pieces of this number, because it's, yeah, it run under the stencil. It's smudged. Okay, well, let me dry this first. And you can add as many more numbers if you want. You know, if you want to do it more, add more. I think I need to go back in with a little bit of gold here and there, but and I also need to put this one back in, and maybe I should add something on that one too, or just leave it the way it is. I might just leave it the way it is. So let me see if I can get it back in again. Sorry, it's a little bit hard sometimes. Where is my tweeze? Here. No, not sure if this helps, but I can give it a try. It should go in there. Oh, let me try it the other way around, maybe. That is easier this way. Yes. I mean, it came out there, so it needs to be able to get it in. I need to be able to get it in, right? Ow. Yes, here we go. It is back in again. So, what is my front side? Here we go. This one. Okay. Now, you see now, it definitely needs some black because it's too red compared with the other pieces. So I'm going to add some black, and I did it with black ink, right? Or I should do more black to the. I. Oh, I can also do black ink. Why not? Is there some black? Oh, that's much better. Just giving it a little bit of black ink, and I can always put something gold on the label itself, but I'm not sure about that yet. See, oh, you can also do this, you know, add some black ink to all of your edges. Where's my black ink? Nobody moves, nobody moves. I think I am going to grab my stays on. There is it. Ah, yes, here we go. I'm going to do all the edges. Oh, that looks better. Do you see the difference? No, you probably don't. Here you can see the black and here it's not. And it just finishes everything. And that's why I say keep going until you see what you like. Until you see what you like. I say it wrong again. Until you like what you see. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I'm Dutch, you know, so please bear with me. I'm not English. It's not my mother language. So, okay, now this makes sense. The edges, making them black. What you also can do is take a marker and do the outline of number 24 in black. That also might be fun. Do you see the difference? Black here on the edges and it's not here. So it makes a big difference. At least that's what I think. And just using some black stays on. You can also use black acrylic paint, but this gives you a little bit more control by using the blender brush of the blending tool. Now, this makes me happy. If you want to do more black, you can slightly go over, just touching it very lightly, and go halfway one of those um, elements from the stencils. So you can go in a little bit further, but really touching it very light. Doing the same here to give it a little touch of extra black to tone down the gold a little bit. Okay, so I think I am happy. Just quickly drying it again. And then I'm going to put it on my desk for a while, stare at it, and um, think about it. And if I still like what I see, and if I'm going to change something, I will let you know, of course. I will continue with this video. But as I see now, I think the numbers need a little layer of ink, some extra golds, because it's a little bit, not sure if you can see it. It's not covered, it doesn't cover completely yet. And I know it's not necessary, but, and again, on camera, it looks much more orange than it is in real life. When I'm looking at it, it's red and it's nice. So, okay, this is going to be my December day-by-day journal, and I used a canvas planner to make it this way. I might add something here too, as finishing touch. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are going to create one of your own too. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye.